Hey guys, happy Friday. So great to see you. Oh my goodness. My time in San Francisco is wrapping up soon. It's been cooling off. You can see I've got my extra blanket, stage one extra blanket on because the nights are dipping into the high 40s, low 50s, and I like to be cozy. And I, I love the color. It just, in the winter and the dull stuff, that Papa Orange really livens it up in my sweet little house. Anyway, next week is the American Thanksgiving, and I'm not going to get into the politics of Thanksgiving, but I'm going to talk about thanks. That's what I'm going to talk about. And yes, it's another me talking in the truck video. It's because it's kind of crappy out and sprinkling here and there. And I got to make this thing. So we're doing it in Hella's living room, which is the cab. And I think that's something I want to pay a little credit to in terms of I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for this rig. As much blood and work and toil she takes out of me, I'm sure grateful for my home. It is safe and solid and reliable and just so comfortable in virtually all weather conditions. I mean, I love this thing. I love that my house moves around, the view changes, and it's just such a unique thing. I mean, yeah, it's very unconventional, and I kind of wonder back and forth, when will I want to stop doing this? I'll start my Social Security and my pension in less than a year and a half now. No, about a year and a half. And, I used to think that'll be the point, and I don't think it will be anymore because I'm feeling so good now, thankful for all the changes I've been making in my body. And now that I'm not hurting and creaking around and having trouble moving around in here like I was, I think that's part of what was making me think, wow, I wonder if it's time to stop this. But no, I'm energized now and feeling better than I have since I got COVID at the end of 2022. So, man, am I thankful for that. Super thankful. Our health is our greatest wealth. There is just no question about it. So, something I'm extremely grateful for and thankful for is that I have options. Now, granted, I've sacrificed a lot to give myself the flexibility I have to have stopped working full time when I did at just, what was I? Holy smokes. So 2018, I was 53 when I retired. And it's not been easy financially to get to Social Security and pension, but I know I'm going to make it. I've been good about, managing things. And of course, there's no way I would have made it without my patrons and supporters. You guys, I can't even tell you how honored and how grateful I am for you, how thankful I am for your support. I mean, we've gifted, I can't remember a count right now, it's pushing 700 portraits for families now. I have I do the listening thing. I've probably listened to a couple hundred people at this point. Getting things off their chest, saying things out loud that they haven't said out loud ever, that they've been thinking. And I can't even tell you what that experience is like. I'm not a counselor, so I don't counsel them. But it's powerful stuff. The fact that I get to live this life, moving around, experiencing these different places and traveling, even at this very simple level, I'm so honored to be able to do that, to do the gifting I do. And I couldn't have done, there's no way. I would have made it maybe 4 years on the resources I had if it weren't for my patrons and the people who make one-time donations and stuff and monthly donations. I can't even express how grateful I am for you and for the blessing you allow me to extend to others. Thank you. I'm thankful that I live in a country where I have this freedom to move about, you know. As anybody who's a van lifer can tell you, it's getting a little trickier in urban areas than it used to be even just a couple years ago. But we still have the right to move about the country and travel around. And, as long as you've got everything legal, you shouldn't have a problem. And that's the thing, you keep your rig in good order, you keep your license up to date, your insurance, all that stuff. Generally not going to have a problem as long as you're respectful. But I am so thankful that I live somewhere where I can travel as much as I do, and I'm free to do that. And to follow the weather, if you've never done this before, where you literally, your home is mobile like this, and you can go north in the summer, to climates that aren't baking you alive, but they're just gorgeous weather, like the Northwest in the summer. Gorgeous. The Pacific Northwest, yeah, July and August are just top notch there. And then as it cools down, go to southern climes. I'm about to go to the desert. I'm less than 2 weeks away from heading down to the California desert for like 3 months. And I'll be gifting down there too. But that is so cool and so unique. It's worth it to me to be living in a cracker box little 60 square foot home to have this experience. And I think that's kind of what I'm coming around to is I value and prize experiences and interactions way more than any material possessions. And this lifestyle serves up experiences on the regular. And I'm grateful for that and very thankful for that. I'm also immensely grateful and thankful for the people in my life. And I've made so many friends in so many different places. It's so fun to catch up with them when I'm in their area, their region, etc. That's just a joy to be all networked all over the place, come across fellow travelers on the road they haven't seen all year. That's likely to happen when I'm down in the desert this winter, and that's a hoot. Other overlanders, crossing paths with them. The family I get to see, the loved ones I get to see, and that's just, I love that flexibility to travel around, see people where they are, and I'm not any kind of a difficulty because I pull up and I'm self-contained. I need a place to park, that's it. And that's just really fun. I'm grateful for all people in my life. And yeah, wonderful. I will be back in the Northwest this summer, and my son will be back from his stint in Kuwait with the Army. And boy, am I grateful for that he made that move, and that's serving him really well. And so I'll be up there this summer so I can visit with him. Got to catch up with my mentor, Paul and Karen out at their place. And got a couple projects to work on the rig, something new, simple stuff. It's just amazing that he lets me work in his shop, and I get to help him with stuff too. Man, am I grateful for that resource and that friendship. This one's a real biggie. And of course, as I do listening, I talk to people of all ages, from all walks of life. It's pretty intense a lot of times. And I always walk away from it it always opens me up to think about my life and what I'm doing, something that they said or experiencing, how it relates to my life, how I can relate to it. And one of the saddest things that I hear about when I do listening is men my age or older who are bitter. And the second they sit down, once they understand what I'm doing, and just unload bitterness and regret. Not that those are the same things. They aren't. But we tend to get bitter when we're full of regrets. So maybe, but my point being, I'm 60 and I have no regrets. I have no bitterness in my heart. I swear to God, that's part of why I'm so healthy and that my spirit is so strong. And that if you are living in a state where you see in everything in everyday life all the wonderful things, and it's not to say I'm not aware of the terrible shit happening in the world, in this country. Believe me, I keep up to date on that stuff. But I am focused on being a difference, being a positive energy amongst all that, and it's really not a little thing. Think about what one interaction with a stranger in your day that's super positive. Think about how that lifts you up, that sense of humanity, and that, yeah, people care. It's not all shit, It's really easy for people who are bitter or hurt or angry or frightened to dwell in that place. And, it's a lot of work to lift yourself up out of that. And I've been through a lot of that, so I know about the work. And I am so grateful that I don't have any of that anymore in me. I've said it before, it's still true today. If today was my last day on earth, God, what a ride. I feel so blessed. And I've talked to a lot of guys my age who sure don't feel that way. And so when I have those conversations, it's always very moving, reminding me just how blessed I am. And I hope for you that you're taking steps in your life. If you don't feel that way, I hope you're taking steps to address the things that are energetically holding you down, that you're considering, how do I deal with this broken heart situation, this resentment, this anger that I'm not speaking to anybody, that I'm just holding inside because I don't want to fuck up the whole boat I'm riding right now. Sometimes it needs to be fucked up. And you can do that with a heart of love. As a matter of fact, it is love. It is love to talk to somebody you're in relationship with about something that's chiseling away at your love and your feelings, your positive feelings for them. I mean, that is love, to say, God damn it, we got to talk. I'm not looking forward to this, but we got to talk, kind of thing. Nobody enjoys that. But you've got to do it. Because there's nothing worse in life, in my experience, and I'm just speaking for myself, there's nothing worse than a day-to-day existence with that darkness and bitterness inside that can't be expressed, that you're just shoving down. Man, that doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do the people you love or work with, anybody any good. So, I encourage you to deal with it. Figure out how you're going to deal with it. Because deal with that, and then you can have this energetic state like I do, where a longtime friend of mine has said to me a couple times recently that I live in a pink cloud. And I know where that comes from. It's all 12-step stuff, and I get it, But, I can't deny it. My energy is really positive, and I am a happy person. And I draw that in. That's the magic. Whatever your state energetically is, you're going to bring it to you. It's going to multiply. And that's my life. And I don't feel bad about that. I feel grateful for that. I don't think that's, you have to be crazy to feel bad about that. And the interesting thing is, I do a lot of service in my life, and I think that's part of what brings me all this joy. But anyway, super grateful, Wolf. Very grateful for all of you that watch my videos and follow me and encourage me. And to my supporters and patrons, oh my God, so grateful for you. And I tell all the families I photograph, where this gift is coming from and how it's possible. And I tell them about you guys. So there you go. It's my little Thanksgiving edition video for you. Since, it'll be after Thanksgiving by the time next week's video pops. And upcoming videos after I roll. They're going to be road stuff. It's going to be slow roll to the desert. Several videos of that because I'm taking a really cool, unusual route to where I'm going. So I think you'll enjoy that. I know I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm sending you all love, wishing you thankful hearts, and hey, take good care of each other.